You're about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
This badge means authority, and authority means respect. And members of the Fulton County Sheriff Reserve are earning that respect. I'm Sergeant Steve Borden of the Fulton County Sheriff's Department, Special Operations Division. I'm also your host for the activities of the 1991 activities of the Fulton County Sheriff's Reserve. We will be showing you some of the faces behind the badge, some of the people that are out earning that respect. So sit back and relax, and let's see exactly what the Reserve is all about.
We got to get this from here to here and land here.
The Fulton County Sheriff's Reserve was formed in 1946 by Sheriff Emeritus Leroy Stinchcomb. It has now over 300 reserve deputies as a part of this organization. The Sheriff's Reserve is a regular division of the Sheriff's Department. Over half of the officers that are involved in the Sheriff's Reserve are also post-certified, meaning that they are trained and armed as police officers according to the Georgia State Law Peace Officer Standard Training Council. These officers have the ability to make an arrest, detain, and stop as a regular police officer would. The Reserve is comprised of many individuals from many walks of life, and these individuals feel the need to give back to the community of their time and effort. Being an all-volunteer organization, these individuals don't receive any monetary remunerations for their time nor their services. The Fulton County Sheriff's Reserve is comprised of 5 main divisions. In order to join, you must qualify for one of these divisions. And these divisions are as follows. First, there's the four-wheel drive division. Second, the motorcycle division. Third, the horse division. Fourth, the foot patrol division comprised of all certified personnel. To join, you must attend a mandated course and also complete a minimum of 24 hours per quarter riding with a regular deputy. And fifth, the corrections division is comprised of individuals that have completed a mandatory 25-hour course designed to help them assist regular personnel in the performance of their difficult and sometimes tedious duties. During the past year, Reserve personnel performed no less than 75,000 hours in community service, of which 40,000 hours was assisting regular personnel with their day-to-day responsibilities. They also assisted various charities with their fundraising efforts. So far to date, it's calculated to be approximately 308 activities. Keeping in mind, this is an all-volunteer organization. You sometimes run into difficulties trying to accommodate all persons requesting assistance, but they do their very best in coming to the needs of the citizens of Fulton County. Looking back at the many activities performed by the Reserve, it's impossible to recount all of them. But here's one event that the Reserve is best known to serve, and that's the Martin Luther King Jr. National Holiday Parade and March of Celebration. Leading off the parade is the Atlanta Police Department's Honor Guard, under the direction of Sergeant Paul Turner. Members of the Ninja Turtles. These are the members of the Special Emergency Response Team, known as our CERT unit. And they, as many others, are out trying to brave the cold in this cold, cold January to do what they can to have perimeter security in the National Holiday Parade. Being out in this type of weather is not an easy task, which means that you have to dress accordingly to brave these types of weather. This is also a joint operation between several law enforcement agencies to ensure that perimeter security is maintained along the parade route. This is a joint operation between the Atlanta Police Department as well as the Fulton County Sheriff's Department and also the Reserve. And sometimes a good cup of coffee will do you good to keep that blood flowing. As many people that come out to see the parade, sometimes things can get out of hand. And that's when we go to work. And from time to time, you may have a person that needs, well, let's say their attitude adjusted. And that's what we're here for, to make sure that everyone has a good time and enjoys the parade. Each year, the American Heart Association has a fundraiser known as the Jail for Bail. And the Fulton County Sheriff's Reserve was on hand for this event to lend a helping hand and supported whatever they could. And Channel 5's Leroy Powell was also on hand. And this is what he had to say.
All right, folks, it's your worst nightmare come true. Leroy with a badge. Come on, make my day.
I'm in jail. I can't get out. It's unbelievable. My rights have been violated. I've got a gentleman in my face. I need money.
Some people will do anything for money, especially if they have to, which is why these folks are in the Who Scouts. It's Jail for Bail, a fundraiser for the Heart Association. Here we have the movers and shakers who power structure. Executives, bosses, they're in the jailhouse now. Their friends and co-workers paid to have them arrested and brought to trial. Judge, I got John Cable here. He is charged with impersonating a human being.
I find you a bail of $100.
Everybody's guilty. Out of the power suit, into the power strikes, and no get out of jail free either. They got to raise their bail in pledges to the Heart Fund. It is not completely unpleasant. You do get more than one phone call. You get all the calls you want. Having a little trouble there? A little bit of trouble. Nobody wants to give you money.
Everybody's on the phone. You gotta keep calling back.
There's nothing more fun than inflicting humiliation on your friends and co-workers, so naturally, this is a very popular event. By the time this thing is over, the Heart Association hopes that they will have raised about $100,000, and this bunch of jailbirds should have learned a couple of lessons. Number one, crime does pay. And number two, it's better to be the arrestor than to be the arrestee. Leroy Powell, Channel 5 Eyewitness News. We don't refer to it as jail for bail. It's more incarceration for remuneration.
As the holiday season comes upon us, there will be the usual round of parties and celebrations, and many folks will, as usual, make the mistake of thinking they can drive when they've had too much to drink.
What won't be usual this year is the Atlanta police response. In our signature story tonight, we report on the new Atlanta DUI countermeasures team, which has racked up some pretty impressive DUI arrest numbers since being formed 2 months ago.
How you doing? Let's see, go right to this.
Tonight's grand finale will be a roadblock, a sight which will become increasingly familiar to Atlanta drivers out in the wee hours. Joined by the State Patrol and the Fulton County Sheriff's Reserve, the DUI team will reap a DUI harvest. At least a dozen people will be arrested for drunk driving. One man will try to get rid of a small quantity of white powder, but will be spotted. In addition, there will be a rash of citations for seatbelt, license, and other violations. The DUI countermeasures team says the party's over for those who would drive drunk here, and they feel their presence is being felt.
Okay, bye.
The reserve unit receives its fair share of local television coverage. And to be featured on national television is something to be damn proud of. Last June, the Motor Division was featured on Motor World on ESPN for their involvement in the Johnny Beckman Run for Kids. Let's take a look. Mark Phillips handles this report on the Motor Division for Motor World Dave Despain.
These motorcycle enthusiasts are busy each week providing their services to the community. You don't have to be a full-time police officer to be a member of this volunteer organization. Take, for example, Jim Coughlin, a contractor during the week, but on the weekends, it's Deputy Coughlin.
I'm proud to be in the reserve. We have functioned very well in a lot of places that we were needed, and I think it's a good organization.
They put in about 60,000 hours of service per year, from assisting the Sheriff's Department to helping out in over 74 charities providing necessary law enforcement. The Ride for Kids charity couldn't have been a success without these uniformed men and women escorting some 2,500 motorcyclists who are out raising money for charity.
On an event like this, our responsibility is to ensure that all the motorcycles are safe, have a safe trip, that no automobiles can get in with the motorcycles or run a
red light or stop sign or intersection or whatever and cause an accident.
Now, when I see these guys volunteer their services, I don't mean just their time. Members are required to provide their own motorcycle, uniform, and emergency lights. Some of the division's equipment is donated. Last year, American Honda donated 53 ATVs for use in various functions. Behind the sunglasses, you think you find all serious folks. But who says you can't have a little fun while working? You don't just buy your blue light and a motorcycle. The reserve deputies attend training classes at their monthly meetings throughout the year. After passing the required courses, members are ready for action. What's the common thread that runs throughout the organization?
All of us are motorcycle riders. We enjoy riding our motorcycles, but we also enjoy helping other people. And that's what this is all about, is charity. And all of our events are charity events, and we just enjoy doing that.
Reporting from Motorway, I'm Mark Kessler.
You still filming? Could somebody take the film away from him?
This is the pride and joy of Major Richard Davis. Through his vast resources, he has acquired an old MARTA bus, which he's converting into a mobile command center. This command center will be used for special operations such as the A-Bait Run, Johnny Beckman's Ride for Kids, and many other activities that the reserve may be involved in. The Special Operations Center also contains 3 compartments: the briefing room, the logistics room, and also a communications center.
Yeah, what we're going to do is we'll put 2 in here, 2 in there, and 1 in the front. Each of you understand.
The military is not the only division looking for a few good men. Let's take a look at some of the candidates for the new CERT team, Special Emergency Response Unit.
The training will encompass all areas of physical and mental disciplines. Anybody any questions?
Okay, our first day, I just want to see what I got over here, your condition, your spirits, before we go into more detail of work. What's the man in your left hand side? What's that? Yeah. 1 inch. I said 1 inch. Up another inch. Drop 1 inch. Drop 1 inch. Drop 1 inch. And don't give me those noise in the back over there. Smile. You guys got 5-minute break. Break it. 5 minutes. 5 minutes is up. Line up. Now keep your head behind your back. Now see what you got there. Okay? Go there, keep there, come back. Now, smile. I said never make those noises that I don't want you to hear. Down. Up. Down. Up. Come on. Smile. And still take your guns out, place it on, still with a picture defense yourself. There's always a moment that you totally feel vulnerable, especially when you're depending nothing but on the gun. The gun is only 8 bullets. Maybe you're lucky, you're rich. You can buy one of those with 18 bullets on it in each clip. The 18 bullets still goes off very fast, especially when you're nervous. Smile!
The work of the Fulton County Sheriff's Reserve does not go unnoticed. City, state, and county officials realize the exact importance of what the reserve role plays in law enforcement today. And this is what State Solicitor James Webb had to say about the Fulton County Sheriff's Reserve.
I'm happy to tell you that this is one of the greatest things that has happened in Fulton County, in my opinion. These men who, after working all day, most of them being married, having families, many of them single, of course, serve without pay. I recommend them to anybody at any time of this organization.
Today we're here to serve our public. Major Richard Davis. Well, once again, he's requested
requested our presence at our annual hunger walk. Well, I'm sort of hungry myself, but now wait, this is not for me. We've had a lot of volunteers come out today, law enforcement personnel from all around. The community, that is. DeKalb County, Cobb, Smyrna, Rockdale, City of Atlanta, East Point, College Park, maybe even Union. Here's another event that the Reserve is known to assist. The Hunger Walk in Bedford Park.
First, I want to thank all of you for coming out. It's really a pretty day. We appreciate you giving it up.
From time to time, we get very important supporters from his government. Here's Senator Whitespout.
Thank y'all for doing this today. And thank you for your public service. We'll go down and take a right on Randolph. That's where we're going to be.
I guess
Sheriff Robert McMichael and family also support the activities of the Reserve.
Let them park in as long as keep one lane open.
How you doing?
Hi, Rosie.
Not all work in no place. We sometimes get a little relaxation at 3 p.m. too. And our responsibility today is to maintain perimeter security as well as security on the parade route. So what we're doing, we're getting with the powers to be of the Hunger Walk. We're getting with our supervisor, and we're trying to maintain a security visual over what's going on.
Take a ride on Glen Iris.
Chicago units, we have officially started the Hunger Walk.
Into 3 different routes.
This is Bob Barr, former United States Attorney in Atlanta and currently a candidate for the United States Senate from Georgia. I think this really is very timely. The Reserve does this every year, but it's very timely this year because of all the publicity that we've been seeing lately about allegations of police brutality. What people are going to see here today really is much more commonplace among law enforcement than the Rodney King incident. And it's very, very nice to see the spirit of community work and the volunteerism that's exhibited by these officers that are taking their time and their money. This is not a taxpayer expense to help the youth of America.
Pass and go, not collecting $200. Going to jail. It could happen to you, or it could happen to me. A most unpleasant thought. What you see behind me is known as the Fulton County Jail. It houses some of the most dangerous individuals that walk the city streets of Atlanta. We have a specialized elite group that works in this jail, a volunteer group of the Corrections Division of the Fulton County Sheriff's Reserve. They put thousands and thousands of man-hours each year to assist the deputies and their task in ensuring that the safety of each particular deputy and inmate that's housed inside the county jail is ensured. Let's go inside and see what it's like inside the Fulton County Jail. These are the first people you meet when you're processed inside the Fulton County Jail. This is intake and receiving. This is where you're booked in and you're processed. You're shaken down and you're checked to make sure that you do not have any weapons when you're brought inside the jail. This is for your safety as well as the safety of the deputy. You're thoroughly searched, and these are all reserve personnel who take part in this process. Next we have the lounge area. This is where you're set down at the table and all vital information is taken from name, address, date of birth, medical history, and visitors. And this is a important process of the Fulton County Jail.
This is the women's section, son.
Unlike the old jail, this is a fully electronic operation. And here's the center of this operation. This is the control center. And this is where everything happens.
If it turns yellow, they need to get in the room or somebody in there needs help. But the red ones are open, and when they're black like this, they're closed.
And each floor has 2 divisions, actually, right?
Right, a south and a north tower.
And they're all exactly just like this.
6 pods.
Here's a season's greeting from a very special friend of the Fulton County Sheriff's Department and Reserve.
Hello, I'm Monica Kaufman of Channel 2's Action News. What can I say to you but thanks? Thanks for all the good you've done. Thanks for being there, providing us with great public safety. Thank you for caring. Thank you for sharing. May your holidays be full of all the love and happiness you can hold. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and most of all, enjoy this time with your families.
Out of all the events that the Reserve is known to assist, I believe this is the most popular one. This is the Toy Run. A-Bait of Georgia, sponsored by the American Bikers Active Toward Education. This event is known to help those underprivileged individuals that may not have a Christmas. They bring toys, stuffed animals, and anything that might be used to make a needy child Christmas a very special one. What you're seeing here is motorcycles riding gathered together to ride down to the Salvation Army to donate all their toys for the needy individuals. All divisions of the Reserve participated in this event. The four-wheel drive division, the motor division, the foot patrol division, and the corrections division came together to ensure the safety of these riders is maintained on the route to their destination.
We're going to have a couple of problems this year we haven't had in the past. This is the largest number that they have had, and they're not lined up in any kind of an order. So to start with, let's do it. When we pull out of here, we're going to be shooting at 2 o'clock. We're going to pull out of here and I'm going to go straight down Powers Ferry as far as I can until Captain Silver's advises me the last bike is out. So when we get started, we want them all together so we don't get strung out all over the place. Now what we're going to do, Sergeant Borders is going to be in the lead car. That's his part-time car. We'll be in the busy good thing signed up tied up. When Sergeant Borders arrives at your intersection, he's going to help you go ahead and shut it down.
Was extremely pleased about the turnout.
Oh, this is wonderful. You know, this is the kind of year we have more people asking for help than ever, and I think we got more toys than we've ever gotten. So this is great. You know, there'll be thousands of kids in Atlanta that will be a lot happier this Christmas because of this. We're excited. Right now, we don't have a treasure watch everywhere. There you go.
If you enjoyed it, it's because we had such a great job from the Fulton County Sheriff's Reserve getting us down here. They do not charge a fee. They've never charged us a fee. But we think it's fit to make a donation to the Fulton County Sheriff's Reserve in the amount of $100. I just want to say how proud we are to be a part of this, and we hope that we'll see all of you again next year. And I had to be part. I didn't do anything but drive that thing. Guys, I want to thank you. Y'all did great.
Good night, Chet. Good night, David. And good night, NBC News.
The Fulton County Sheriff's Reserve plays a very important part in the total operations of the Sheriff's Department. In addition to the many public service functions that they render, they also render service to the department, the operational arm of the department. The Reserve functions as part of the Special Services Division of the Sheriff's Department. This division is commanded by Major Richard Davis. The needs of our department, in many cases, cannot be met by regular paid personnel. Members of the Reserve supplement these personnel needs in areas such as the Fulton County Jail, the various divisions of court, and our Field Operations Division. I am very pleased with the job that the men and women of the Reserve do for this department and for the citizens of Fulton County. And it is my sincere hope that we will continue to be able to utilize this fine level of professional service. Thank you.
It also has been brought to our attention that there are individuals on the road that like to drink and drive. Last year I told you, don't have a copy of the chase. Well, now the Fulton County Sheriff's Department has come up with a new program. It's called a Designated Driver Award. And guess what? I'm the designated driver. So if you want to drink and drive, I'll see you on the highway. Y'all have a nice day now, you hear? You do this to me every time I come over here. Get that camera.
A lot of things. This man's a star no matter where you are. Yeah, he sure is. Yeah, that's for sure. You just can't help finding him. No. He's always missing. But sometimes, you know, you're not looking and he shows up.